Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Heidi. I'm completely blind so I don't look directly at you, but I promise I'm right here with you. So today we are going to take a trip down memory lane because I am going to talk about the fragrances in my collection that I've loved for so long that they feel like family. Now, I don't necessarily had these fragrances for years and years and years, but I've loved them from 20 years to 8 years back. Now, of course, I've got newer fragrances in my collection like Mon Guerlain and Burberry Goddess and La Belle that already feels like family, even though I've had them for less than 5 years and some of them not even a year, right? But I thought, let me today talk about those fragrances that have come such a long way with me and that I've had so many memories with. Just, you know, these nostalgic sort of fragrances in my collection. So I have 5 here, 4 designer, 1 celebrity. So this one is Chanel Chance Eau de Toilette. Now guys, this one I've loved. Let me actually move this. This one I have loved for so many years. This is a pineapple, lemon, patchouli scent, and the patchouli in here is very cheeky because it is in the top notes, not in the base notes. No. It is in the top notes. This is I always think of this as a mature, elegant lemon because the lemon is there, but the patchouli really grounds it and makes it elegant and classy. To my nose, this is definitely not a dirty patchouli. When I used to smell this one, so I used to smell this one around the time when I was in grade 12, you know, the year of matric farewells, and then throughout my undergraduate years and 21st birthday parties. I remember I went to one and someone had this on. Everywhere on the university campus you could just smell Chanel Chance, and each time I would ask someone, yo, you smell so nice, what is that? And they would say Chanel Chance. So I have so many memories of that one and of smelling it on others, but I couldn't afford it. I mean, I was a poor student, so I went for really cheapies in those days, and I bought fragrances perhaps once a year over December when you could get gift sets and things like that. So I didn't buy this one until I would say, when was it? I think it was in 2017, 2018 when I bought my first Chanel Chance, but that was the Eau de Parfum, which, if I remember correctly, smells very much like this one, but it's even a bit more woody, if I remember correctly. This one is a bit lighter, and so I finished that Eau de Parfum, and then I bought the Eau de Toilette, this 50 ml, I bought 3 years ago, 2022, I think. So even though this bottle specifically is very new to my collection, it goes way back and I remember it so well and remember wishing that I could have this perfume. I wore this perfume the day before yesterday, and the lady who does my nails, she said, yo, you smell so nice. And later she said, listen, what are you wearing? So she definitely liked this one so much. So I will definitely have this one back in my collection. I also want to explore the Chanel Eau Vive and the Eau Fraiche. I was not so much impressed with the Eau Splendide, I must be honest. So the next one is from that same era. This is Britney Spears Fantasy. This is a sweet, cupcakey, white chocolate, but still perfumey scent. Very, very, very sweet. There's lychee in here as well, so it's slightly fruity, but mostly you get that very sweet smell. So this one, I remember, I think it was actually more during my postgraduate years, 2008, those years, where I used to smell it on everyone. And when you ask, so what are you wearing? It would be Britney Spears Fantasy, you know. And I don't know what took me so long to only buy it in 2022. Yeah, I don't know what took me so long, because no, it wasn't 2021, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, this bottle is new to my collection. I also had a travel spray of this one. This is new to my collection, but I've loved it for so long. This is so girly. I wear this one when I wear a pink dress, because I feel like this smells like it just goes with a pink dress. It just makes me feel like I'm 22, you know. That will never be again, but anyway. So that is that one. Then we have, this one. This is Lancome Midnight Rose. This is a raspberry vanilla rose. This is a beautiful, very sweet scent. Oh my goodness, this is sweet. This is extremely sweet. This is one that's, it's feminine. It's like a jammy rose. I know Soaky London often say that this one smells like a sort of a rose liqueur or something, and I so agree with that. There's something also slightly Turkish delight in here, very faintly so, and this lasts forever. So I think this is my 4th bottle of this one. For many years, this has been my only scent. You know, if you opened my cupboard, this was the only fragrance you would find. And it was just such a reliable scent for me. I knew that when I wore it, I smelled nice. But you know how it goes, guys. You know, with all these new perfumes, you just, you know, well, at least, I sometimes lose touch and I sort of fall out of love with all my fragrances that I used to love so much. And then you don't wear them as much as you used to anymore, and you are sort of bored with them. But I must tell you, when I opened this now, I was like, oh yes. Oh yes. And I remember so clearly, it was in 2012 when I first smelled this one. This was the time when what was I doing in 2012? Still part-time studying and also part-time working. I remember me and my sister, we went to this store, and she said, this big shopping mall, and she said, Heidi, you have to smell this one. And when I smelled this one, I fell in love. And I mean, she went like, oh, it's so good, it's so good. And guys, I'm just one of those people. If someone goes on like that, oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's really so good, then I have to have it. It's like nice clothing as well, right? That's why I should actually not watch any fragrance reviews, because I will just, you know, that's why went down this rabbit hole of Middle Eastern fragrances. But anyway, I'm so easily influenced. But yeah, this one is just so beautiful. It was still also when I fell in love with this one in a period of my life where I wasn't, you know, didn't have a lot of money, just started with my new job, part-time, you know, so it was very special to me to buy a fragrance. It is still special, but not as special as back then, you know, when you couldn't afford it and you really had to scrape money together. Okay, so then the next one is Black Opium by YSL. So this one, once again, my sister, my mom and myself, we went to this shopping mall, and I think it was in 2016. And I remember there was this guy saying to us, smell this perfume. And it was, I remember it was Good Girl, because it was in that, you know, stiletto. And we were still so high, a stiletto bottle, that's so interesting. And then he also said, and smell this one, this is a coffee perfume. And I thought, what? Coffee in perfume? That cannot be. So I smelled it and I thought, yeah, it smells all right, but I didn't fall in love with it. And then my other sister said to me once, do you know Black Opium? She said, Heidi, oh my gosh, it's so nice. And what did I just said before? You know, if someone goes on like that, I feel like, well, then I have to have it. So I got 100 ml. I think it was in 2017. And this is my second bottle. So I went through 150 ml. And this is empty, by the way. So you know this one. This is coffee, but not coffee like you smell like a barista. No, it's coffee and vanilla and pear. And it sort of smells like a party-like scent. But I mean, I've worn it to bed, I've worn it to work, I wear it anywhere. So very, very nice scent. And guys, I must be honest, I haven't smelled any of the Black Opium flankers. I know, right? What an embarrassment. But this one it's enough for me. It's enough. It's more than enough. It's beautiful. I love this one. I will always have this one. Okay. Oh, and another memory, just when you thought, okay, finally she will move on to the next fragrance. But another memory I've got of this one, actually a very nice memory, is I wore this one the first week when I got my current guide dog, Upton. So I wore that the whole week, because during that time I still had, I think, like 4 to 5 fragrances. When I smell this, I also think of that very, very special time of meeting my doggy. Right, the last one, and I had this one in my video of fragrances I fell out of love with, because I do not have that first love for this fragrance, but I cannot deny that it has never failed me. Yo, I just smell Midnight Rose in the air now, and I didn't even spray it, guys. Okay, so this one is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. This is patchouli. So it's our second Chanel, actually. Patchouli and orange and very fresh, very, very elegant. Guys, this is classy, sophistication, elegance, femininity, all in one bottle. So this one I smelled, I think it was in 2017. We had a secretary in our department, and unfortunately she passed away not too long ago. But this fragrance makes me think of her, because she was this very efficient, very confident, but very ladylike woman. And when you walked into her office often, you could smell Coco Mademoiselle. She's the first person that I specifically can remember who I smelled it on. And then once again, my sister came to visit me, and I said, oh, you smell good. What do you have on? She said, Coco Mademoiselle. And I was like, you know what? That seals the deal. I have to have Coco Mademoiselle. And Coco Mademoiselle, for me, when I wear Coco Mademoiselle, I wear it in serious situations. Often, not always, but often. I wear it in situations like my performance review at work at the end of the year. I would wear Coco Mademoiselle, you know, because it's no laughing matter. We have to be serious. Or when I'm lecturing, because I just feel like it is such a classy, professional fragrance. So I wear it mostly to very serious, not really necessarily fun days out. I mean, you can absolutely wear it for fun days out. I mean, it's got that orangey note, and definitely you can, but yeah, I wear it for mostly serious occasions. And this one is my first bottle, but I think it's almost done, right? So, and I will definitely repurchase this one. So that has been it. Let me just line them up here. Chanel for the win. Chanel for the win. So these are the fragrances, guys, that feels like family to me. Please let me know what fragrances you feel you've loved for so long that it feels like family already. I would love to know, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys all so much. Until the next video, bye for now.